Bobby
Tatanka?
Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
2018. Yeah.
Why does it say red on his head? It looks like it's Tonka's hair.
Well, he used to wear a red headband. Don't you remember that?
Oh, okay. No, I don't. Dude, sometimes I forget all this shit like a month later.
He wore a red headband for like the first year and a half that he was back in WWE.
Speaking of Bobby Lashley, that is our opening match.
I'm wearing this shirt.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley, WWE title. I noticed that in this match, the commentators are not sitting at the booth. They're actually standing right by ringside. And it's probably because it's still raining at this point. Yes, it's still raining, but there's a tarp over the canopy for the ring. So the ring's not actually getting wet. This is a very long match. It's not a bad match. It's pretty decent. Ultimately, Drew McIntyre tries to go for the Claymore, but MVP, who's at ringside, like shouts nonsense, which distracts Drew McIntyre because he's not a professional wrestler. And this allows Bobby Lashley to escape the Claymore and then put on the Hurt Lock. And Drew McIntyre gets, I guess, passed out. And Bobby Lashley wins clean. People were shocked. I think some people were shocked that he won clean. It was very interesting. I like this opening match.
I'm one of them. So I'll be honest. I wasn't into this match for two reasons. Number one, the crowd sucked. I kind of expected the crowd to be ballistic for the first time in front of wrestlers, and they were not. And they kind of took away from the match. It was very weird. I've been complaining about the Thunder. Hold on. I've been complaining about the Thunderdome for months now. And it was very weird being back in a regular arena for me. For me, it was very weird. And I really had a hard time getting into this match. The other reason is I kind of had it in my head that Drew was going to win and Bobby Lashley was just here to make him look good. I really didn't think, as much as I love Bobby Lashley, as you can see, I'm wearing a Bobby Lashley shirt, as much as I love this fucking guy, and I think he is the man, I didn't think they saw it in him. So when Bobby Lashley won, I was shocked, but it wasn't a good shock. It was like, that kind of happened. Okay. And I'm happy he won, but I did not like this match.
Okay. I think there's two reasons why the audience was not as loud as they people were expecting it to be. I think number one, during this match, it's 100% still raining.
Yeah.
And I think when it's raining, and it's not raining a little bit, I think it was raining a good amount, to the point where the commentating team could not sit down. They had to
I kind of think they should have kept the lane.
Yeah. And I think what happened was I don't think everybody was back in their seats.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Number two, half the audience are wearing masks. And wearing masks.
The audience doesn't come to life until the Bad Bunny match. That is when the audience actually becomes a real audience again. Yeah. The audience kind of isn't into the show until Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Okay. But that's probably a reason why it wasn't as audible.
Yeah.
Before. Yeah. So those are the reasons.
But I will. Fuck! I wanted to say something.
This match itself wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
I just couldn't get into it. Everyone on Twitter and my Instagram, I have this comedian friend, Ryan Mahar. He messaged me. He goes, amazing match. No one can follow that. And I just couldn't get into it. And
I wouldn't go that far. Amazing match. No one can follow. I wouldn't go that far. No.
Okay. I said to my friend, is it just me? Or is this like weird? And my friend was like, yeah. And I texted my other friend. I'm like, is this weird? He goes, yeah. I kind of feel, I'm going to say this. I kind of feel this weekend is God telling Vince, you should have waited another year to put him in front of the crowd. Like you should have done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Look, at the end of the night, the show was great, but this match was very weird. I had to get back into it, but I'll tell you what, the audience was not into this match. And maybe it was the rain, and if it was the rain, then they should have kept waiting. What they should have done is have, you know what? This is going to sound insane. fucking Zoom call Conrad Thompson. I swear to God, Zoom call Conrad Thompson. Be like, you're getting on the air right fucking now, you fat piece of shit, and have him and Bruce Pritchard just bullshit until the rain stops. I mean,
I feel like it was. It's always. I really feel like it was the rain and.
Do you? Oh, this is what
probably. They hold on. They should have probably definitely delayed it, but they didn't. That's all.
Yeah. So I didn't like this match. Let me ask you this. This is what I thought later on as I'm watching the event. Do you think they changed the finish because Drew's promo was so fucking bad when he had the improv in the back? Do you think they changed the finish?
Maybe. I have no idea. You know what I thought was going to happen? I actually did think Lashley was going to win, but not the way he won. I thought what was going to happen was Shelton was going to run down and start kind of getting into an MVP, which is going to distract the referee. And as the referee is looking at MVP and Shelton going, hey, knock that off, Cedric comes out from the other side of the ring, and everyone thinks he's going to attack Lashley, but instead he attacks Drew, which allows Bobby Lashley to win. And then ultimately it's kind of revealed that this was the Hurt Business's secret plan all along to keep Drew McIntyre like off his game, not realize, because if he knew, like, had to keep his eye out on the rest of the Hurt Business, but now he didn't. That's how I thought it was going to end, but obviously that didn't happen. So,
yeah. I really thought, because all year long, I heard from the wrestling insiders that they really wanted Drew to win the belt in front of a crowd. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's not going to happen. But here is what people on my Twitter feed started saying, and I am 1,000% behind this. I'm like 1,000,000% behind this. People are saying Lesnar, Lashley, SummerSlam. Bro, I am fucking in. If the next event with a crowd is SummerSlam, and the main event is Lesnar Lashley for the belt, and it's in New York or New Jersey, I will fucking fly there. I will fucking run.
And here's the thing. You know how we talked about, like, you could never, like, repair somebody? I think Lashley is a good example that you can.
Yeah.
Lashley last year was like dead in the water. He was in this weird thing with Lana, right? He was just like dead in the water. And look at him. Like, he is now totally repaired to the point of, like, he looks he looks super dominant is the best way to say it. He's just super fucking dominant.
I would have Lesnar beat Lashley at SummerSlam for the belt, and then build to Lesnar McIntyre 2 at WrestleMania 38 in Dallas.
I'm kind of over Drew.
What?
I'm kind of over Drew. That honeymoon.
I don't think they are, so that's why I'm thinking that.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably
you
true.
can be over Drew. I'm thinking like Vince is not over Drew, and that's fine by me. But I really do want Lesnar and Lashley. I don't care who wins that match. I want that match. I want
Lesnar and Lashley's always been like the last. Remember, I said that's like one of the last dream matches.
Oh yeah. And I think this was good. I almost have a feeling that Lesnar has said, "I'll be back." But I almost feel like they made a deal with him, and we're gonna get that match sooner than later. I think they should do it at SummerSlam.
Why isn't Lesnar back?
I think the pandemic. He was like, "Fuck this shit."
What is he, like, liberal?
No, I just think he's like, well, if there's no crowd, you don't need me.
But there's clearly a crowd tonight.
Yeah, but I think, like, they didn't need him tonight. Like, they couldn't draw the maximum amount of people. I think Lesnar demands so much money, you need to have a full audience to justify paying him.
Probably, yeah. Okay.
I kind of feel like could Vince pay for Lesnar tonight? 1,000%. 100%. But the problem is, it's like, what is it going to do for Vince this year? But it could do more for him in the summer or next year at Mania. Seeing Ronda Rousey. They just re-signed Ronda Rousey. You're going to get more out of Ronda Rousey next year, the year after, or the year after that than you are this year because the pandemic. So why waste that money?
Yeah. All right.